Perfectionism is the tendency to insist that tasks are done perfectly. Perfectionists continue to work on the same task long after it's done. They focus on minute details, and they try to improve it almost endlessly. Calling perfectionism a time management obstacle might seem odd. After all, we should always strive for good performance. How can excellent performance be a bad thing? Perfectionism becomes a hindrance when the cost is greater than the benefit. Let's take a look at cost and benefit. The benefits are obvious. Good performance is always better than poor performance, so there is no need to elaborate on benefits. Looking at the cost, though, you'll see that there are some serious problems with perfectionism. First, it delays completion of a task. Tasks are judged not only by the outcome but also by their timeliness. For example, if I have to write an article by the end of the week, it's better to submit a good enough article by that time than to submit an amazing article after the deadline. Another major issue with perfectionism is that it's an inefficient use of time. We all have many tasks to take care of, and using too much time for one of them means that we will have less time for other tasks. Time is a limited resource, and we should allocate it wisely. A similar example is how we use money. Since most of us have limits to our budgets, spending all our money to buy an extremely expensive car means we won't have money left for other things like a vacation, a new TV, or even food and clothing. So it's best to buy the highest quality car that our budget allows and allocate the rest of our money to other stuff. It's the same with time. If we spend too much time on one task, we won't have enough time for other tasks. It's bad enough if we are late with finishing a task, but sometimes perfectionism might also cause poor performance. How? If we continue to work on a task long after it's good enough to improve minor issues, we may find that time is running out and the deadline is approaching. At that point, we have to finish the task quickly, and it may turn out that we have spent a lot of time on minor details and overlooked the essential elements of the task. The result: poor performance. Can you believe it? We spent too much time on details that barely matter, we didn't take care of important elements of the task, and at the end of the day we have an unsatisfactory outcome, a less than desirable product, and poor performance overall. Another problem is the stress and worry caused by perfectionism. How can we overcome it? Define what level of performance is good enough, finish the task, and move on to the next task. Decide how much time you can afford to invest in that task, and then plan to fit your activities into that space of time. Some things have to be perfect. There's no doubt about that. Customers may expect a perfect product in some cases. The main idea is to understand what tasks should be perfect. They are very rare, and which ones don't have to be. Read more on time management tools and techniques in www.time-management-advice.com.